is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Nasha Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. Off the top, an explosion at a gas station in Hallandale Beach. Authorities say one man was hospitalized. He has second and third degree burns over 50% of his body. This happened near South Federal Highway and East Hallandale Beach Boulevard. First responders found the victim unresponsive. He was lying on the ground with fire raging nearby. The mobile station was closed at the time of the incident. The cause of the explosion and fire is under investigation. Sean Kingston still remains at the Broward County Jail. He is expected to be released on bond at some point tonight. The rapper-singer was arrested last week on multiple charges of fraud and theft. He signed extradition papers, but his lawyer says Kingston was coerced. Kingston's lawyer says his client plans to enter a not guilty plea and request a jury trial.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside, a beautiful day across South Florida. Lots of sunshine and even a little breeze. Let's get right to Next Weather. Meteorologist Cindy Pressler tracking it all.
Beautiful Tuesday out there.
Yes.
You can see we've got the blue skies, maybe a couple clouds here and there, fair weather clouds though. If we get anything going today as far as showers and thunderstorms, it will not be here over the interior and the Gulf Coast because we've got this easterly flow. 88 degrees, but I saw 89 this afternoon, so I think that's going to do it as our high for the day. A little stickier down here in the Keys. There's more moisture there, so it feels much warmer. Feels like it's in the mid-90s. At this point, it feels like it's 91 degrees here in Miami, but that's going to start changing as well. We're going to start changing the overall pattern. Easterly flow now, that will flip to a west-southwesterly flow by the end of the week, and you know what that means. Our temperatures will warm up, and we're going to see a better chance for showers and storms. But right now, you can see the sea breeze. We got it right along the coast here. This is the Gulf Sea breeze. So once they start meeting up and colliding, we'll have a chance for some showers and storms this afternoon. I think that'll be over Collier County, Monroe County. Our humidity wants to go up as well, so we're going to see stickier conditions as we head into the latter part of the week. But look at these temperatures, my goodness. So 90 tomorrow. It should be about 91 degrees on Thursday. Keep in mind, our normal high now for this time of the year is 89 degrees. So this is going up to 93 Saturday. I think that's going to be our hottest time, and I think we're going to be close to record highs. We'll be right there in that record territory as we head into the weekend. And then next week, pretty good chance for some showers and thunderstorms on that day as well. So this is what's going on here. Easterly flow pushing the East Coast sea breeze off to the Gulf Coast and pinning the Gulf sea breeze there. So that's where you're going to find the collision. That's where the storms will be. But by the time we get to Friday, I think winds will shift. We'll go to a southwesterly flow. That will push the storms on our side of the state, and that's going to give us a better chance for showers and storms. Plus, it's going to increase those temperatures. By the way, that was another cold front that wants to get in here. Not going to happen. It's going to stay well to the north, so we don't get any cooling relief from that. So here is your forecast, and yes, the heat is coming back. Tomorrow it should be around 90, and notice we've got a pretty good chance for showers and storms for Wednesday into Thursday, but that's more likely over the interior areas. Then it flips Friday, Saturday, not so much, and then next week. So we're going to see these showers and thunderstorms on our side of the state with temperatures topping in the low to mid-90s.
A hazmat situation at a Southwest Miami-Dade apartment building. Nearly 24 people were taken to the hospital. It is following a carbon monoxide leak. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinch has the report.
Some 22 people were taken to area hospitals from the Hemingway Villa condominiums early this morning after a carbon monoxide leak. With us right now is Ramses Losses. You were hospitalized. Tell us what happened.
I woke up in the middle of the night. The firefighters, EMT, was here and they knocked on our door. They told us that everybody needed to evacuate and get out of the building because of a carbon monoxide leak. I felt somewhat dizzy and with a strong headache at the time, and they asked me to go to the hospital, and they had us on a ventilator, oxygen for about 3-4 hours. Overall, this has been a really scary situation. I think for everybody in the building, everybody here knows each other, and it's very difficult, to come back and having gone through all that. Half the doors here have been, blown in by the EMT guys. Luckily, I'm just happy to be fine. I'm still a bit worried, you know, as I mentioned before, because of my mom. And hopefully she gets better soon and everything, you know, can go back to normalcy.
Thank you very much. We'll have much more on his story and others here affected by this carbon monoxide leak. In Southwest Miami-Dade, Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.
A bizarre chain of events on the Sawgrass this morning. Broward Sheriff's Office says a woman was walking on the northbound lanes. That's when she was hit by a car. After the crash, the woman ran up to the vehicle, opened the passenger door, and started beating up the driver. The driver then bit the woman. She ran off but didn't get far because she got trapped in the median. Crews had to remove her from a drain. Both the driver and woman were taken to a nearby hospital. An investigation underway after a car hit a house. Chopper 4 was over the scene. This is along the 1500 block of Northwest 12th Court. BSO says there was a pursuit from Boca. A suspect bailed out and was picked up by 3 people. Investigators say a short time later, those 3 people bailed out of the car. The original suspect continued through Fort Lauderdale before crashing into the house. The suspect bailed out but was taken into custody. No one in the house was hurt. Using ecstasy for treatment, the meeting that took place today and what it could mean for millions of people when we come back. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. President Biden announced new steps today. It's to restrict asylum processing along the U.S. border with Mexico. It is the administration's most aggressive move yet to curb illegal crossings. When the number of illegal border crossings surpasses 2,500 a day, the president would be able to deport migrants without processing their claims. CBS News Miami's Natalie Brown joins us live from Washington, D.C. She has more on what this could mean. Natalie.
Hi, Naja. Well, President Biden said this afternoon that doing nothing isn't an option. He said he would have rather gone through Congress, but argues Republicans left him no choice.
President Biden invited mayors from border cities to the White House as he announced a sweeping new executive action on immigration, blocking some migrants seeking asylum from entering the U.S.
I'm moving past Republican obstruction and using the executive authorities available to me as president to do what I can on my own to address the border.
The move would allow immigration officials to quickly deport migrants who enter the U.S. without an asylum appointment when the weekly average of illegal daily entries exceeds 2,500. With the most recent number showing an average of 3,800 a day, the new action is set to take effect right away.
Doing nothing is not an option. We have to act. We must act consistent with both our law and our values.
The policy, considered one of the most restrictive by a Democratic president in recent history, comes after bipartisan border security legislation stalled in Congress, with the president taking heat from both sides.
My question to him is, why did you wait until now if you were serious about doing it? The simple answer is he's not serious about securing the border.
What it really needs is a modernization of the entire legal immigration system and legal pathways and resources to process people.
The issue of resources could impact enforcement, according to Kathleen Bush-Joseph of the Migration Policy Institute.
Without additional resources, it's unclear how much today's announcement will change the operational situation at the border.
Courts block similar immigration policies under the Trump administration. The ACLU is already saying it intends to sue over President Biden's new action.
Now, both Florida senators criticized President Biden's announcement today, arguing that it won't secure the border. A number of Republicans also say the president is to blame for the current border crisis. Now, Democrats in Congress who support the president's move argue that it was Republicans who blocked the bipartisan compromise from moving forward. They say it's up to Congress to enact new policy and also provide more resources, such as more funding for Border Patrol agents and asylum officers. Naja.
Certainly an issue that could have great impact on a lot of people here in South Florida. And Natalie, thank you for that live report. Attorney General Merrick Garland is facing the House Judiciary Committee. His appearance comes as Republicans have moved to hold him in contempt. It is for the Biden administration's refusal to hand over audio of President Biden's interview with special counsel Robert Hur.
These attacks have not, and they will not, influence our decision-making. I view contempt as a serious matter, but I will not jeopardize the ability of our prosecutors and agents to do their jobs effectively in future investigations. I will not be intimidated, and the Justice Department will not be intimidated.
The president used executive privilege over the audio last month to block its release. A federal advisory committee met today to discuss the use of ecstasy, and this is the first time FDA advisors have considered a psychedelic drug for medical use. It would be for the treatment of PTSD. The FDA has a final say on approving the treatment. Now at 4, Major League Baseball has been permanently banned. San Diego Padres infielder for betting on baseball. 4 other players were also suspended for 1 year. According to the MLB, they were tipped off by a legal sports betting operation. None of the players played in any games they placed bets on, and all the players denied that they had any inside information. That's the CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.